Hello and welcome to Flashback, a weekly look at stories from years gone by. For a lot of us, we've been lucky enough to sit on an airplane once or twice, maybe lucky enough to have a full airport in our town. But for one town who may be forgotten in the aviation industry are those in Burns Lake, where in 2005 we looked at their airport.
Tom Radley is gearing up to pilot this plane. He's taking part in the annual fly-in at Burns Lake's Baker Airport. And flying enthusiasts in the Lakes District have reason to be thankful this year.
As you can see here, we've just repaved our tarmac and taxiways. The old pavement was some 40 years old and irreparable and very unsafe for aircraft. So we just finished a project that was $350,000. We received a government grant for $260,000. The remaining $100,000 was done by volunteers, in-kind work.
Although Baker Airport is still uncertified by Transport Canada, it saw over 1,200 movements last year. Its primary function is to allow medical evacuation flights, something that's becoming more common in the region.
As the medical situation of the province is centralized more to the lower mainland and bigger centers, the smaller communities rely on medevacs to transfer patients from the smaller communities to the bigger centers. Burns Lake stretches to a surrounding area of many smaller communities besides Burns Lake. We have the largest hospital in the smaller community area. So it is a center for South Bank, Grassy Plains, Wisteria, Grand Isle, Houston, Fraser Lake, and the little hamlets in between.
The airport has seen big developments in only the past few years. This freshly paved tarmac is the latest. But the airport's weather station is only a year old, and it means a lot for the future.
With this limited weather system we have now, once it's approved, we'll bring the limits down to 500 feet, hopefully 300 feet, which will be the same as Prince George. And it'll make the aircraft much more available to the whole Pacific Northwest, basically.
The volunteers who run the airport want to see big things coming out of the sky. They say the airport is key to development in the Lakes District, and they're hoping to attract commercial flights.
We're going to be having a Transport Canada audit probably within 60 days to test our systems we have in place. If they're all approved, we'll then become a certified airport, which of course we're hoping for economic development to attract scheduled airlines and or charter airlines.
There will be stiff competition to get chartered airlines flying into Burns Lake, and the Airport Society also wants to ensure that local pilots will still be able to fly, because Baker Airport is currently free of charge.
As the services are increased, of course, and the costs go up, at some point in time we might have to look at charging fees, but we want to keep it at the lowest minimum cost at all possible for all the aviation enthusiasts.
We must be fairly close. Ed, I did an extended downwind here.
So Baker Airport's proponents have lofty goals for their facility, and both residents and flying fanatics hope to see it get a stamp of approval from Transport Canada this summer. In Burns Lake, I'm Corday for NTV News.